Hello, my name is Amina Fukara. Today I'm going to make my first presentation in English language about a database. And I would like you to remember that I've created many other databases using French language as a major medium of expression. This is done within the framework of the workshop which was recommended by Université de Lille 1. Well, the first thing that you must do if you are a student learning how to create your database is install Microsoft Access version 2007. This is what I'll be using here. But in fact, there are other more advanced Microsoft Accesses. There's version 3010 and there is version 2016. So today I'll use the version which dates back to 2007, and this is how everybody will be involved in the creation of a video on a database. Well, what you will have to do when you have installed Microsoft Access 2007 is click on it, and then you will have a page in which you will have to create your database and give it a name. So on this page you will be asked to click on a blank database because you will be the first one to create it. This is in French, in base de données vide, and then below you will be asked to give a name to your database by clicking create. Once you click create, your database will be the name you have given to your database will be saved. Then you click on the file you have created, and then you will find a page in which there is the toolbar that will make it possible for you to create your database. Now, the first page that will open will not be of interest to you. So you will have to click the cross on your left-hand side, just below the major cross on the top, and you will be left with the bar tool. On this bar tool, you will have the tools for creating your database. And you will have, for example, create, which is a menu that we will be using today. You will have also create a table, and this is another menu that we will be using now in order to create our first table. So create, click on create, and below it you have create a table. Click on create a table, and then you will have a page that will make it possible for you to create your first table on a database. Now have a look at this page. You will have on the left hand side all the tables that you will be creating, including this one. And in the center, you will have three major columns. First column is called field names. This is in French, nom des champs. And on the second column, you will have data type. This is in French, type de données. And on the third column, you have description. So now I'll explain what you will have to do in each one of these columns. So we go to the first column, which is field names. Here you will be you will have first to think about what your database will be about. Will it be about the creation of a database for people interested in cooperatives? Well, in this column, you could register the term cooperatives. And below this cooperative, you will be marking all the things that you will be marking in your database with relevance to the cooperative that you will be registering. So, for example, the name of the cooperative and the link of the cooperative and the telephone number of each cooperative and the email address and the telephone number and the fax and the link that would make it possible for people to get in touch with this cooperative and to have information about what goes on in it. So for each one of these values that you have marked, you will have to write the data type that corresponds to it. And this is where you will be working on your second column. For example, for the name of the cooperative, you will have to think about whether it is going to be just a text, or whether it is going to be a number, or whether is it going to be numerical, or whether is it going to be monetary, or whether is it going to be a date. So of course the name that you give to a cooperative is neither numerical nor monetary, nor is it a date. So you will have to choose text. And for the third column, which is description, you will have to give more details about what you have written on the field name. This is going to be of help to you later in the future when you will have thousands of tables marked and you will have to remind yourself of what you have marked. This also could be of help to users if you send your database to them to fill it in with extra information. Of course, before sending this database to anyone, you will have to control it, and we will see how you can do it. So in the third column, you can add things like how many characters are there for the information that you write concerning your cooperatives. Is it 50 characters? Is it 10 characters? Right? So below, as we will be seeing later, you will have the list of properties. And the list of properties would say that for each character, there should be only 255. Should you use more than this, you will have to use Memo. And we will see in detail the things that you will have to mark with regarding the Memo and regarding the date and regarding every element that you will be using on this list, which has shown up in order to mark things about your the field about information relevant, extra information relevant to your field names. So today, this will be enough for us to know how you structure your table for a database when you do it for the first time. And then you will have to think about every element on the field name. That is, thinking about text, numericals, and monetary, and dates. And this is something that you will see in detail later. Once you have finished doing these things for all these elements, then you save your table and then you close it, and then you will have to go and continue the work by clicking up on View. This is in French, affichage. Once you click View, you will have all the elements that you have marked on field name appear horizontally. So for each one of these elements, you will be asked to write details. For example, if you have operative, you will have to write more things about cooperative. You might have 30 cooperatives, and you need to write the names of 30 cooperatives in this field. All right, and then as you notice, there are numbers which appear before each one of these cooperatives, and this number should not be repeated, because before you saved your first table that you had structured previously, you were asked to register or to save your primary key. So this primary key, which showed up in the previous table with auto numerical, auto in French is said auto numérique, will force each data to have just one number, and in this case first cooperative is numbered 1, because there should be no doubles in your database. The second cooperative will be numbered 2, because there are no doubles in this cooperative, and so on. So once you have filled in all the information in all the columns that are shown on this table, you will realize that you have a particular number before each cooperative in the first column. When you finish, you save this table, and then like this, starting from now on, it will be possible for you to accomplish 2 tasks. The first task is making queries, as we will see later, and the second task is to establish relations between this table, which has a primary key, with other tables that need to have primary keys as well. And the design will make it possible for you to have an idea about what you have marked in all your tables, and this will be useful for users to have information about each cooperative that feature out in your tables.